Yeah. Yeah.
I recalibrate the axis I stand on, strip the excess I once planned on. Years of reflection I expand on, pressure refine what I land on. Not chasing the glare of approval, not feeding the fear of removal. I study my habits in brutal detail till the patterns were neutral.
I used to equate being loud with being strong. Now I know endurance is long. Composure is where I belong. Consistency right in the song. There's power in lowering volume, letting the discipline solve them. Problems that ego would call doom, not just dead, I calmly absorb.
Breathe steady, spine aligned, vision sharpened over time. Emotion present, still confined inside a framework I design. I don't deny the doubt that appears. I let it clarify what I fear, then move with intent, not veneer. Foundation grown year after year, not dramatic, not fast, just deliberate mass.
I return to the drive inside, not the noise from the outside. It's quiet but verified, where effort and purpose collide. No need for a sudden rise, no need for amplified cries. I build where the real power lies, under my own two eyes.
Habit stacking, action mapping, micro games to keep compounding, no reacting, jet responding, measure steps but never bounding, I audit the language I speak, cut anything fragile or weak, refine what I truly seek, depth of a moment to peak, yeah. Repetition caused a frame, choice by choice I stake the claim. Not in pursuit of fleeting fame, but alignment with my name. There were nights almost fractured, moments confidence got captured, but pressure later manufactured. Strength I now have mastered, internal combustion not chaos. Fuel drawn from self-honest ethos, grow through the friction that freezes self-trust, replacing the need to impress us. I don't explode, I evolve, I don't dissolve, I resolve. Each conflict I quietly solve becomes the engine involved. Breathe in, breathe in. Yeah. I've seen men build images hollow, chasing applause they must borrow, rather define tomorrow by standards I choose to follow. Ambition without control consumes the body and soul, but discipline makes it whole, gives direction to every goal. No rush of adrenaline chase, no hunger for reckless pace, just patient and focused grace, developed at my own rate. Yeah, engine was always there, under distraction and glare. Now cleared of unnecessary wear, and moves with intentional care.
I return to the drive inside, not the noise from the outside. It's quiet but verified, where effort and purpose collide. No need for a sudden rise, no need for amplified cries. I build where the real power lies, under my own two eyes. Ignition, acknowledge. Direction chosen.
I felt a question in my chest before the answer phone. Pressure never broke me, it just kept me warm. Every hesitation left a deeper groove, yeah. I don't run from doubt, I let it move, yeah. Yeah. There were nights I measured every breath I made. Stack small wins in a column, no one praised. No parade, no headline, no applause. Just repetition building unseen laws. Inner audit, honest to the bone. Every weakness cataloged on. I don't panic when uncertainty appears. I examine it, dissect the fears. What if I'm not built for the weight I claim? What if effort doesn't equal gain? let them sting. Then I answer back with everything. Years invested, sweat converted, time respected, flaws corrected. Confidence is not a shout. A day together through the drought.
I've seen my own reflection fracture. Watch the structure bend and capture. If I stayed, if I endured, that endurance is the proof secure.
Doubt in my system, groove in my veins. Every scar recorded the gains. I don't silence the voice inside. I refine it, let it guide. Doubt in my system, steady and slow. Pressure reveals what I already know. If I'm tested and I improve, the hesitation is a proof. I remember when the mirror looked unsure. Ambition high, but the footing wasn't pure. I recalibrated daily habits, cut illusions, trimmed the static. Not a victim of a passing mood. I confronted what I misconstrued. Skill is built when pride dissolves. Growth begins where comfort falls. Every flaw became a mentor, every setback an inventor of a sharper way to think. Right before the edge and brink. I don't need a mass anxiety, it's a signal of sobriety. If I question, that means I care. If I care, I'll prepare. Let the doubt breathe, let it speak. If it finds no weakness, it confirms the peak, yeah. Now the doubt feels different in tone. Not an enemy, more like a tone. Tuning strings before the show. Testing tension so it flows. I'm not fearless, I'm aligned. Fear acknowledged and refined. Evidence in every scar. How I stayed in who we are. Mature beyond the need to boast. Build foundation, no one post. If I'm steady when the spotlight fades, that's the work consistency made. I don't erase the fragile days. They construct in present ways. Every tremor I walk through, turning certainty to proof. Doubt in my system, proof in my veins. Every scar recorded the gains. I don't silence the voice inside. I refine it, let it guide. Doubt in my system, steady and slow. Pressure reveals what I already know. If I'm tested and I improve, the hesitation is a proof. So when the question rises up, I don't flinch, I don't erupt. I listen close, then I move. Because doubt itself is proof. Because doubt itself is proof. No audience here, no posture, just the weight of being. Strip the language from the legend I projected. Who am I when the applause is disconnected? Remove the metrics, remove the frame. What remains when there's no name? I peel belief from borrowed skin. Trace the origin of will within. Was it hunger, was it fear? Was it love that kept me here? Every motive lay a dick. All authentic, I'm a trick. I separate the thread by thread. Interrogate what I once said. Ideally, these are fragile dome, built from echoes not my own. So I descend beneath the road, searching for central pole.
If I dissolve the outer shell, will there be a self to tell? If I erase what I perform, is there substance in the form?
to the core. No titles, no claim, beyond the success, beyond the name. If all of it falls and I stand alone, what if the truth I truly own? Down to the core, beneath the design, past the ambition that once was mine. If nothing remains I can defend, let what is real descend. Time fractures in this interior space, memories drift without a face. Moments once certain now rearranged, sequences unstable, meaning change. Was I brave or was I scared? Did I lead or just appear prepared? Narrative's been under scrutiny, certainty fades into mutiny. I question even discipline. Was it virtue or just armor thin? Did I grow or just adapt? Learn restraint or stay in trap? Start dismantle, start again like rain dissolving ink and pen. What survives relentless view must be something strictly true.
No witness,
No defense,
only presence without pretense.
here the ego bends to air. No comparison, no glare, just awareness stripped of pride. No performance left to hide. I am not the praise I gain, not the losses I sustain, not the fear of being small, not the time, not the fall. There's a pulse beneath the road,
Steady,
older than control, not dramatic, not extreme, more like ground beneath the dream. If I build again from this, it won't depend on what I miss. It will rise from something earned,
from lessons fully learned.
at the bottom of the mind.
I can break
I refine, core intact,
illusions torn.
a quieter self reborn.
When I surface, I'll rebuild.
Not from image, from one
From what survived. A second stretches, a year collapses, memory edits without consent.
I remember tomorrow before yesterday ends. Moments elapse like home close parenthesis. A child version staring through adult lenses. Past tense bleeds in the present density. A room I left still echoes my breath. Or maybe I imagined the depth. Was it winter or was it June? The clock said noon, but it felt like ruin. Photographs lie with polished grace. They crop out doubt, they smooth the face. But I recall the hesitation hidden between the smiles that were rewritten. Time is a sculptor without a plan, carving a man from what began with fragments scattered, never aligned. Sequence invented by the mind.
What if order is a comfort tool? A fragile root, we call it true. What if memory rearranged is not broken, just changed? Pieces, pieces, falling slow, not linear, just ebb and flow. I am not a single line, I'm a fracture shaped by time. Pieces, pieces, none complete. Moments don't admit defeat. They drift, they shift, they redefine the architecture of my mind.
I see my father in my stance, but not the way I took a chance. I hear my younger self insist on risk, my older self dismiss. Parallel lives inside one skin, who I was and what I've been. Not evolution, not decay, just different light on different days. Conversations half recalled, that just blurred, intention stalled. Did she say stay or let me go? The silence feels what I don't know. Regret is hindsight overused, clarity often confused. We the pain to make it neat, but raw experience tastes incomplete. Chronology becomes a myth, a story stitched from what fits. Truth is really chronological, it's emotional, not logical.
Tick without talk,
Breath without clock.
no past, no next, just context.
Yeah, hey, yeah. I stopped chasing perfect call, letting consistency stand tall. Every version played a role in shaping discipline and soul. Continuity's a crafted thread, to help the restless mind be fed. But wisdom lives in scattered parts and broken charts and offset starts. If time won't line up clean, I won't force what hasn't been. I hold the fragments as they are, close yet distant, near yet far. Not confused, just complex, layer text within subtext. I am not the sum of dates, I am how reflection shapes. So let the timeline stay undone. I don't need a single run, meaning isn't in the span. Listen, now I understand.
A second stretch, so you collapse. I remain between the fragments. Ooh.
I used to think growth was a sudden event, a lightning descent, a permanent ascent. But discipline's built in repetitive bends, and showing up daily when glamour suspends. No audience clapping, no headline spread, just bills to be paid and promises said. A mirror that doesn't exaggerate flaws, but quietly questions the motives and cause. I measure my worth by visible gain, by public acclaim, by numerical fame. But trust is accumulated slow, in moments nobody else will know. Responsibility isn't a chain, it's choosing the way again and again. Not forced by fear, not cornered by fate, but conscious consent to participate.
I don't wait for clarity to appear, I move while uncertainty's here. Conviction isn't loud or bright, it's steady alignment with what is right. I rebuild, I refine, brick by brick in my own design. No applause, no parade, just commitments that I made. I rebuild, I restore, stronger at the inner core. Not because I have to prove, but because I choose to move.
There's no perfect map for a grown man's path, yeah. Only at the math, and the math of action stacking over years. Unspoken hopes and hidden fears. I used to search for a flawless role, a scripted goal, a polished soul. But life resists a tidy frame, it tests the depth behind the name. Responsibility tastes like doubt mixed with resolve that cancels out the urge to blame, the urge to flee. It asks for presence, not for plea. I carry history in my stride, not as a wound I tried to hide, but as instruction carved by strain. Experience converted into gain.
If I falter, I adjust, not collapse, not combust. Correction is a form of strength, consistency extended length.
No excuses, no dramatic speech, just reach. I think about those who rely on the version of me that won't deny the call at dusk, the early rise, the tired truth behind the eyes. There's honor in a kept routine, in doing what you said you mean it, being stable through the storm without the need to transform into a myth too large to hold. I'd rather age and pose as bold. Maturity is subtle, fire contained desire, shaped ambition. Not every dream needs public scale, some victories are quiet detail, like staying when escape feels near, facing what you rather feel.
I don't romanticize the low, but I accept the choke. standing where he said he would. Not a rescue man, not a hunger dressed as destiny, a geometry of distance and devotion. Two independent orbits choosing intersection without losing trajectory.
Yeah. You were never an answer to lack, no patch for a fracture. I carried on my back. You didn't arrive with a healing claim. You arrived to refine my frame. I had already built my ground, learned the weight of standing sound. You met me there, not below, not above, not drowning in need, not start for love. Affection is infusion, heat is calibrated, pulsing feet, planted firm in separate ground. Yet feeling when the other's bound. You don't invade my inner space, you elevate the pace I trace. A presence felt, not forced to prove. A quiet access in my move. You see the flaws I won't disguise, but never weaponize my tries. Trust becomes a subtle fire, contain desire, lift it high.
Merging into blur design, no erasing yours for mine.
We stay distinct, we stay aware.
Connection built on chosen care. Love as lines, love as shade. Not a blur, I can't escape. It defines without confine. Your horizon next to mine. Love as edges, love as air. Room to grow and room to care. Not collapse, not consume, but expansion in the room.
We don't perform a fairy tale, no fragile script that's bound to fail. We speak in glances, understated and pause carefully created. You read the shift inside my tone before I fully make it known. And still you let me form the phrase. You don't rush growth through anxious haze. Love isn't loud, it doesn't press. It doesn't trade in excess. It doesn't beg to be displayed or calculate what each is paid. It's choosing presence when it's hard. When pride suggests to drop the guard. When ego wants the upper hand, but wisdom says to understand. You challenge me without attack. You push but never pull me back. And in that tension we refine two separate strengths that intertwine.
No rescue, no surrender. Just center, just center, just center, just center.
I've known attachment dressed as fate, a subtle fear of being late, gripping tight to fill a space, confusing panic with embrace. But what we built was slower grown, rooted deep in what we've known. Through loss we didn't dramatize, the truth we didn't stylize. You are not my missing half, not the echo of my past. You are the clarity I see when I choose integrity. Love is vector, not as chain, not anesthesia up for pain. It doesn't cancel solitude, it strengthens fortitude. If seasons change and past divide, there won't be shame we try to hide. Because real care does not erase, it integrates, it leaves a trace. Not dependency disguised as art, but discipline, expansive heart.
Two orbits, one decision, intersection, without collision.
Expectation is a currency. Projection is a weapon, disguised as praise. The world negotiates in noise, demands alignment, mistakes compliance for maturity. Pressure is not force, it is repetition.
And repetition tests the spine.
It's speaking mad shit to quarterly frames, reducing worth to invisible gains. Numbers flashing like coded demands, invisible contracts and shaking hands. Smile calibrated for the room, opinions trimmed to fit the tone. But I have learned the subtle cost of every boundary softly lost. Agreement can't erode a course if it ignores what I stand for. I don't resist for Keo's sake, I calculate what I must not break. Respect is not submission dressed, and pilots don't entail a chest. It's knowing where to bend with grace and where to hold a central space. The world apply with steady weight to see which values disintegrate. But pressure doesn't always win if structures reinforce within.
I won't collapse with
enters in. What stays outside, I stand and teach it.
Holding clear,
No need to posture.
no need to fear.
Respect is earning how I frame what I protect and what I claim, yeah.
Friendly tone and being asked to disown the parts of self that don't align with market trends or trending signs. They say adapt or fall behind, but adaptation needs a spine. Not every shift deserves consent, not every comment's innocent.
Some will test with casual slight to see if I abandon right. If I dilute conviction thin to gain access and blend with them. But dignity is compound, grown from choices made or in alone. Not a spotlight, not in glare, but in the discipline to care. I answer firm without attack.
No need to overreact.
Precision beats emotional flair when holding ground in public air. Pause. Assess. Respond. Progress. Pause. Assess. Respond. Progress. Pause. Assess. Respond. Progress. Pause. Assess. Respond.
Progress. I've learned the art of measured distance between engagement and resistance, to coexist without surrender, to disagree without offender. Not every battle needs a stage, not every conflict needs a rage. Strength can be a lower tone, a steady posture overgrown by none. They may interpret calm as a weak until consistency speaks. I've been made assume I'll drift or fold until my pattern proves controlled. External noise will always swell, predictions they attempt to sell, but I define where I absorb. I set the orbit of my world, and if the pressure multiplies, I answer not with dramatized rebellion loud for validation, but anchored self-determination. No spectacle, no public plea, just practiced integrity. Oh, the world negotiates in noise. I negotiate in choice. Rest is not escape, it is recalibration. Gathering is not indulgence, it is maintenance of connection. Energy circulates through presence, and presence requires renewal.
I don't intend to disappear, I show up conscious, fully here. No frantic need to drown the weak, no hollow laughter, just to speak a room alive with layered tone. Oh, that lies grown, new seeds sown and shake affirm. Eye contact, clear respect, exchange without a net. We talk of setbacks, talk of gains, of shifting lanes and tighten range. No bragging contests in disguise, just honest lines behind our eyes. Music breathes but doesn't own the night, it's felt not overthrown. We move with ease, control the light, composure dressed in subtle light. The glass rays not to blur the mind, but mark the effort left behind. To honor cycles, close the phase, a step ahead and sharpen way. Relaxed but not undone. Enjoyment earned, I run connection as investment made in bonds that time has never swayed.
We gather, we align, not to escape but to refine. Shared rhythm, steady tone, strength that isn't shown alone. We gather, we reset, without regret, without debt. Celebration understood as maintenance of good.
Conversations interlaced, different stories, equal space. A lawyer next to working hands, a teacher speaking future plans. No hierarchy in the air, just mutual regard and care. Success defining varied scale and showing up and staying real. No need to posture, wealth or rank, security doesn't need a flank. We toast the effort, not the fame. The quiet wins without a name. Laughter measured, not extreme. Grounded joy, a balanced theme. We decompress without collapse, no need to feel emotional gaps. Because restraint can still be fun with discipline and pleasure running parallel, not in fight. Responsible delight, yeah. Breathe, connect, reflect, reset, connect, reflect, reset. I've seen process, pretend to heal. Temporary highs that never seal, but what we build at lasts beyond the brief illusion of a bond. These are the ones who know my way, to watch me navigate and wait through doubt, through grind, through silent strain, through private loss and public gain. We don't perform invincible, we share what's difficult, and strength expands and shared admission without surrendering ambition. Tomorrow calls, we all aware of duties waiting everywhere, but tonight is not denial, it's
Strategic interval.
a chosen pause, a force in a humanizing segment. I leave not drained, not overstretched, but sent steady, reconnected. Rest is discipline.
Connection is few. We return. Renew. We return. Renew. We return. Pressure line. Preparation meets moment.
No explosion. Precision. Years in the background, sharpening tone. Now every syllable stands on its own. No frantic leap for fleeting applause, just calculating applause after applause. I study failure without disguise, turn missteps into revised replies. Every delay was data stored, every closed door a mental board. Mapping patterns in market shifts, reading intent and subtle drifts. Confidence built, now loudly claimed, quietly framed, internally named. This isn't hype, discern capacity. Electric focus, adaptive strategy. When timing lacks and skill aligns, the summit appears in clear designs. No chaos in the execution, just layer thought and contribution. I don't chase the hype for thrill, I ascend with anchor will. Elevation isn't noise, it's alignment of delivery choice.
This is the moment, refined by years, calibrated through doubts and fears. Not a spike that fades away, but power that's designed to stay. This is the peak within control, mind and method fully whole. No spectacle, no frantic streak, just discipline at its peak.
Velocity without collapse, intensity without relapse. Energy focused through a lens, not scattered thin in false amends. I see the board 3 phases wide, anticipate before they decide. Move with clarity, never tense, calculated confidence. They thought restraint was lack of drive, until they saw precision thrive. They thought composure meant retreat, now they adjust when we compete. No need for noise to prove the claim, results articulate the name. I speak as I stand, let it stand, execution as the brand. No wasted breath, no bloated line, every bar by design. When preparation meets demand, I expand, but it's planned.
Focus,
Release.
focus.
Increase. I don't confuse momentum with haste, or avoid with elevated taste. There's art in scaling output high without letting structure destabilize. This is the chapter tension built from years of pressure finally quilled. Every setback stored as code, every lesson overload. Now clarity moves at rapid pace without distortion in the base. Heart engaged but never wild, seasoned man, not reckless child. Peak is not a screaming crest, the system's passing every test. It's knowing when to press ahead and when to pivot instead.
Strategic high, sustain and sleep, not accidental. Strategic peak, preparation met the hour. No explosion, just power.
Assumption fluctuates, trust accumulates, visibility is rented, credibility is owned. Yeah, they training mentions and trending ways, short-term spikes and curated praise, profiles polished, angles tight, algorithm frame the light, reputation built in feed, reactive speed to shifting needs, but trust is slow and less displayed, and quiet promises repaid.
I've seen the claim evaporate when substance couldn't tolerate the weight of scrutiny applied, when narrative and truth divide.
Yeah. Some chase optics over craft, conflated graph after graph, but metrics fade when tested hard, when pressure pulls the facade apart. Influence borrowed, quickly stand on borrowed tone and borrowed intent, while carrot the compounds unseen across the long and in between.
Famous Molotovs apply.
Trust is built when stakes are high.
One is noise that circulates,
One is weight to calibrate.
reputation rises fast. Trust, it is built to last.
One can trend and disappear.
One survives a fracture, yeah. Reputation can be bought. Trust is earned through tested thought.
When the cycle fluctuates, only substance stabilizes away. Yeah, there's markets built on image flow, on who you know and how you glow. Panels, podcasts, polished speech, selling access, selling reach. But when decisions carry costs, you learn which voices can be trusted most.
Not the largest in the bread, but the ones who did what they said.
Consistency is quiet equity, deposits made repeatedly through kept commitments, measured tone, through ownership when overthrown. Some monetize a viral stance, perform conviction for advance, but integrity can't be fake long term. Sooner or later returns confirm.
I've chosen death over display.
Process over public sway.
His reputation's fragile black.
Trust is still that's meant to last.
Attention shifts,
Character remains,
cycles spin,
principles sustain. I won't pretend the system's pure, every ranking system sure. This bias baked in subtle form, ways that live, ways that deform, but critique without self-scan turns a critic into a fan. Of blaming structure for the gap instead of tightening the craft. So I build value independent from applause of who's represented. I show up steady, not extreme, let outcome validate the theme. And if respect arrives delayed, I'm not unsettled, not afraid, because the ledger I maintain is written in lived domain. Where parties call when stakes are real, where my word carries weight and seal.
No spectacle to generate,
No hollow bid to dominate,
just earn regard that circulates.
beyond the fragile marketplace. Attention fluctuates,
Attention fluctuates,
trust accumulates.
your currency. Attention fluctuates, attention fluctuates,
Trust accumulates.
attention fluctuates. Choose your currency.
Choose your currency.
Attention fluctuates, trust accumulates, trust accumulates.
Trust accumulates.
Attention fluctuates. Attention fluctuates.
After noise, a narrowing. After ambition, intention.
Not retreat.
Selection. Yeah. I stood in rooms when names chains expand, where influence trades from hand to hand, where every sentence holds a stake and every smile a slight remake. But when the night removes the frame and strips the ego from the name, I find the metric that remains is who I call when pressure strains. You never asked for public proof, or sculpt the speech is bulletproof. You cared about the unseen strain, the quiet cost my highly gain. Love without a marketing plan, no performance of a better man. You sought it down with neat intro and didn't try to fill the hole. You let me stand in my own ground without demanding to be crowned. To save and use a fantasy, just mutual humanity.
Now fireworks are grand display, but steady presence day by day, and no dramatic vow above. Just chosen conscious love. Our time and what is real, not the image but the feel, not the crowd but the feel, where the words align with truth. Our time,
not because I fail, but because I know it well. After everything I've known, love is the place I own. The strength in public execution and strategic contribution, with tenderness requires more, different kind of core to lower armor without collapse, to speak the doubt between the gaps, to say I'm tired without disguise, and I see judgment in your eyes. You don't compete with my ambition, you don't reduce my vision. You walk beside it, coming clear, never shrinking what I steer. And in your presence I can rest, not idle, just expressed as man, not myth, as whole, not split. No need the posture, none to prove. Affection steady in its groove. It doesn't shout to justify, it doesn't threaten if I fly. It trusts the arc of who I am and where I stand.
closer, clearer, no fear.
I've learned that love is not escape from pressure or from heavy weight. It doesn't cancel loss or strain, it doesn't anesthetize the pain. It stands beside it, hand in hand, without demanding it be banned. And that is why I choose it now, not naive, not in a vow, fantasy or endless bliss, but in the truth of what love is. A daily act of steady care, showing up and staying there when seasons shift and roles expand. When doubts return, I'm glad we won't dramatize the scar or question who we are. We'll adjust
To find a love,
to independent lines, meeting by decision, not by need, by clarity, not by greed. After markets fluctuate, after reputations elevate, what remains when titles move is who I choose and choose to
not retreat.
selection.
After everything, connection,
Selection.
action,
After everything,
connection,
after everything,
connection, selection.
after everything, connection.
Just continuation.
I used to think the end would shine with clear design, a perfect line, a summary of what I've done, a final proof the race was won. But life resists a tidy close, it ebbs, it flows, it overflows. Success and loss in single breath, beginnings braided into death. I carry names that shape my stride, some still here, some passed aside. Voices echo in decisions made in debts I paid in risk I weighed. Not every dream became a form, not every sea survived the storm. Yet none were wasted, none erased, they altered how my will was placed. Experience doesn't shout its claim, it integrates into the frame. A quiet hymn beneath the days and subtle shifts of how I phrase.
No need to freeze this chapter tight, no need to frame it wrong or right. Completion lives in how we stand within the present, open and
Let it fade, not disappear. Every scar and every year held within a steady breath, not fearing change, not fearing death. Let it fade, not in defeat, but gratitude beneath my feet. Life is neither lost nor win.
It's the act of stepping in.
I've gained respect, I've lost it too. Seen what applause can do. Heard my name in distant rooms. Felt its weight in quiet afternoons. I've loved and learned to let love shift. Seen presence turn into a gift. A memory carried forward light. Not clutched in panic, held upright. There were seasons thick with doubt when exit seemed the safer route. But staying taught me more than flight. About endurance, side by side. About the way a man expands. Not through control or shifting plans, but through consent to what unfolds. Through courage, calm, through spirit bold. Responsibility still remains as joy expands. As time refrains from grand and permanent release. From effort, from belief, from peace. Yet peace exists in active form. Not free from strain, but free from storm. Within acceptance of the span of being human, being man. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. I don't declare a finished dog, no polished monument in the dark. I walk with flaws still undefined, with questions active in my mind. Ambition hasn't disappeared, it's just matured, no longer feared. It doesn't scream for public stage, it builds with patience. Age by age, I honor youth without regret. I honor futures not met yet. I honor those who stood beside through shifting, rolling, altered tide. And if tomorrow changes tone, if strength feels less than what I've known, I'll meet it not with bitterness, but practice steadiness. Because meaning was never stored in trophies stacked or praise adored. It lived in effort day by day, and choosing depth over display, and loving without needing chains, and carrying both joys and pain. So as the volume gently lowers, as daylight folds, it scattered colors. I don't resist the softest sin. I call it lived, I call it spin. I waste it, spin with open eyes. A quiet, grounded compromise between ambition and release, between persistence and peace.